Hello, Harris Academy Battersea. My name is Killian. I'm talking to you from NCS, the National Citizen Service. And in this video, I'm going to be explaining how you can get involved in the awesome autumn half-term NCS programme. Now, it's a shame I can't be in your school today, getting to know you, engaging with yourselves, but unfortunately, due to Corona and government guidelines, this is the next best thing. Now, I'd just like to thank your head of year, Mr. Farrell, for letting me talk to you through video, and I'm really excited to be able to tell you about this opportunity. Over the past 5 years or so, we've had loads of students from your school in Year 12 go onto the NCS programme, and I'm really excited to see what this year you guys can bring to it. Now, just before I get into the nitty-gritty of the programme, I just want you to consider one thing for me. Have you ever been told as a young person that you can't do something? Now, maybe you've not been told that directly, but you may have told yourself that you couldn't achieve maybe a certain goal. Maybe you didn't have the confidence in yourself. Maybe you thought, well, I just clearly don't know enough to be able to do this, so I'm not going to bother. Maybe you were a little bit shy to try something. Well, NCS this autumn is all about turning those moments when you've been told, no, you can't, because I've certainly had them as well, into yes, I can do this. I want to be able to do this. NCS is all about empowering you for the future and making you the best you can be, which I think is a really exciting prospect for you guys, especially at this age as well.
If you are under 18, you cannot watch the following.
No, actually, we can't. Oh no, you just can't grow up.
No, we can.
In other news, teens can't change anything. No, we can't. Our planet! Our future!
You can't get this job yet.
No. I think you found the can.
Boy, you can't stand there.
No, we can't. We're just waiting for our mate Trev.
Hiking? You can't even get out of bed.
No, we can.
Skirts? They just can't.
No, we can.
You can't do this. You can't do this. You can't do this. No. You can.
You can't write a book.
No. You can.
You can't wear that.
No, we totally can. And I'm going to show you how
No. We can.
Search NCS for the summer that turns no you can't into no we can.
2020 hasn't exactly gone to plan, has it? This year's been a little bit of an anomaly, a bit of a write-off. And I'm sure a lot of you would have had plans in the summer. I know I did, that got cancelled. Well, we want to make sure we end this year on a real high for you. So you have lots of great memories and you are getting yourselves ready for the future as well. Because you're 16 to 17 years old, you're in college, sixth form, year 12, studying what you're passionate about. And I'm sure you'll be thinking about going to university in the future. Mr. Butler tells me that a lot of you will be going to some of the top universities around the country, and so you're going to be thinking about writing your personal statements and your UCAS applications. You're going to be up against hundreds of thousands of other young people fighting for those places. So you need to do your best to make sure you stand out, and NCS is a great way to ensure that, to show, hey, I've studied, I've done my time in school, but I've also been able to think a bit wider as well about my community outside my usual remit. And this is basically about giving you an extra string to your bow. I remember when I was applying for university, writing my UCAS personal statement for my journalism course, I was struggling to think of good tangible examples as to why I was sort of better than everyone else. And NCS is a great way to show I've thought about myself and other people as well. So what are you going to be getting up to on the October half-term programme? It's a week full of fun, exciting activities, and we kick off the NCS programme with some outdoor adventure activities. So you could be doing something like rock climbing, if it's safe to do so, and I stress if, you could be doing some water sports based activity as well. We also had some young people go to an outdoor adventures activity centre called Go Ape, which is a lot of fun where you all fly through the trees. Last summer, some young people did that, so you could be doing that as well. But this is the part where you really get to know your new NCS teammates, young people from different schools, different backgrounds that you may have not had the opportunity to meet before, get to know each other, have a bit of fun and blow off a little bit of steam as well. Then over the next couple of days, this is where we really focus on those tangible skills which you can talk about in your university and job applications in the future. So we run skill workshops. You'll be doing public speaking, where we give you a topic, and in your groups you sort of get up together and do a little talk. We also do money management as well, which is a lot of fun. That's good skill for the future to have, even if you take a completely different path to maybe what everybody else in the room is doing. It's still a great life skill to have as well. We also do business enterprise, where in your groups you get up and pitch a business idea. So that's really exciting. It's lots of stuff to get your teeth into, and you might even find something you're quite good at that you didn't already know. Now, one of the great things about NCS is it's not just about the difference it can make to you, it's about the difference you can make to your wider community as well. So we round off the week with a social action project. So in your group, you and your new NCS comrades will go out into your local town or borough or city, and you'll raise awareness for a cause that you care about, essentially. So if you're interested in making an environmental change, maybe fighting homelessness, it could be tackling an issue in London, whatever it is that you want to do in your group, you can go out there and make that difference, which is quite exciting. You obviously get to spearhead a project and put your own into it as well. If you're more creative, you can maybe create some media, maybe a podcast, a video. If you like to project manage, you can get involved that way. And if you're an all-rounder, you can just really have fun and get involved. And again, this is a really great way to say, hey, we worked on this project, we made this difference in our borough, and we raised this much money as well. So some examples of social action projects that young people worked on during the summer just gone. One you can see on the board was Don't Zap the Zip. So the government wanted to start charging you as young people for your travel again. And so the NCSs went out and got a petition signed by people in the borough and sent that off to the government. Another group decided to take a more creative approach and created a podcast called Youth Rising, where they talked about issues that were affecting them as young people. That was very popular, listened to by lots of young people and adults as well. Another group chose to raise awareness about knife crime in the capital, and that was the Lives Not Knives campaign. Now, none of these things, if they don't take your interest, that's fine. And like I said, it's whatever that you're interested in and want to make a real impact about, which is very exciting. And of course, you and everybody in this room is very bright and very able, so you can also be leaders on the programme and help other young people along their way. If somebody else has a bit of a passion but not much of an idea, maybe you can guide them as well and be a little bit of a mentor too. Now, one other young person that made a real difference during the summer just gone was the Manchester United and England footballer Marcus Rashford. He, of course, wrote to the government and asked them to maintain free school meals. That was so popular, backed by the media, and so well looked upon that, of course, the government made a U-turn and made sure that was the case, as should be. And obviously, Marcus Rashford is still doing lots of good work now. But the point of that is it goes to show, even as a young person, you do have the opportunity to make a real difference. Now, I'm sure you might be sitting here thinking, this is going to cost me a pretty penny. Nothing as good as this can come for free. Well, exclusively for this autumn half term, the programme is free. So £0, 0 pennies, nothing out your pocket, lots of great opportunities, great memories, and you don't have to pay for anything, which is lovely. So I really encourage you to grab this opportunity with both hands, because sooner or later you will be paying for all sorts of things you didn't expect, whether that's a tax, some sort of loan. So while it costs nothing, I really encourage you to get involved. So when can the experience start? As I said, it is during the October half term. We begin on Monday the 26th of October, and all the activities will run through to Sunday the 1st of November. It's a week full of activities and it will absolutely whiz by, and you'll get a lot from it as well. As you can see at the bottom of the screen, it does say there are limited spaces available, and that's because we send these videos to lots of sixth forms and colleges and speak to lots of you guys in year 12, and lots of young people do sign up. So over the past 10 years, we've had around 100,000 young people go on the programme, start their journey with NCS and fly off ready for their futures. So I really want the same for you guys this autumn half term. So you need to make sure that you sign up as soon as possible. And how do you do that? You go to our website, I'm sure you've heard of it before, wearencs.com. There you click in the top right hand corner where it says sign up, and then you go to a form which you can put in all your personal details and your parents and your carers details, and that means that your place is locked and sorted for this half term. Alternatively, Mr. Farrell said he will print out some QR codes and he will stick them around the school, so you guys, when you get the opportunity, can scan them with your phones, and that will also take you to the sign up page as well. It's really easy, quick to do, doesn't take long at all. You can do it if you've got a spare study period, if you have a spare moment, well, maybe tonight while you're having dinner or watching television. You just put in all your details and then you're sorted for this autumn half term. Now, as I said, it's a really exciting opportunity, all about getting you prepared for the future as well. And if you have done NCS just this summer gone, you can still do the autumn programme. And if you do it this autumn, you can also do it in the following summer in 2021 as well. Now, from a personal perspective, I really encourage you to take this opportunity up. It's a great way to meet lots of new faces, make some great memories, and meet some new people from different schools as well, maybe that you would have otherwise not met before, and then in the future you can link up with them too. Also, as I talked about a lot, it's going to get you ready for those university and UCAS applications. UCAS absolutely love to see NCS on personal statements, and it's a great way to show that, like I talked about, you're thinking about your studies, but you're also thinking about yourselves and your community as well. Now, I'd just like to thank Mr. Farrell for letting me talk to you today, and your teachers too, and I do look forward to seeing you in autumn. Make sure you get signed up as soon as possible. Now, I'm just going to end this video with a short clip of what some young people got up to in their lives after lockdown. Thank you so much for listening, and see you in autumn.
When the time comes again to step out freely into the world, all my friends who held me down, you'll be the first I holler at, to link up with.
We'll be face to face again to say things we couldn't say behind a screen. I've made a list of all the places we said we'll visit.
Let's see how far our legs take us to that lake.
Those woods.
All that precious greenery we said will help protect in our fight for a better climate.
What can faze us? When we're told, no you can't,
we say, no, we can.
Even when we're back at school, we'll have a better time since we spent so many days indoors. Becoming our own teachers.
Picking up new skills.
Learning more about who we are as individuals.
As siblings.
As a family.
From now on, every person in my neighbourhood is my cousin. Only families stick together through tough times, like my community did.
Shout out to those who lived a life locked down.
Shout out to the frontliners.
Shout out to those who stood for equality.
Shout out to those fueled with hope and joy.
And now together, we're ready to rebuild the world.
As we approach the end of lockdown, I think we can all agree that it's been very difficult, but we can also agree that we have all learned very important things over this period of time.
I hope that we all remember, despite being far apart, we all came together to form one big community.
The fact that this has taken away some things that we can't get back, I'd like to think that would make us appreciate everything a bit more.
After the lockdown, I'm going to look to get to my best friend's house and take in a really nice view of the city. And I really hope the world is a more united place after it.
We're all human and in this together. So I hope the world will never be the same, but better.